Hi there, Taurus. How are you? Taurus, thank you so much for being here. Listen, I really appreciate you guys' time, y'all's energy. Thanks for coming back. And if you're here for the first time, I just welcome you so much. Thank you. Taurus, this is going to be your love and romance reading for June of 2019. And you know what? Back in January, I started a series called Separation Station. And what we did was we actually explored, the possibility of reconciliation between you and the person that you feel that you're, the most separated from right now. If that person is your twin flame or soulmate or, however you want to read that, right? So now that it's been 5, 6 months later, I did want to explore that topic again through love and romance. So Taurus, this would be your reading for Separation Station. If the messages don't resonate, please just leave it where it is. I mean, nobody hates a forced message, of course. And Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, as well as the Crosswatcher. Hopefully you're able to take something from this, okay? Spirit, please allow us to see what the message is that Taurus needs to hear for today, and love and romance for separation between them and their person that's most on their heart and mind, or if they are on the heart and mind of that person. Keep in mind, the energies are fluid, okay? So this could be resonating to how you feel, how they feel about you, all right? So sometimes, yeah, it is important to watch your cross watch here for this. Also, time is fluid as well, okay? So this may not resonate to you right in June. This may resonate to you in May when this is being recorded, or it may happen to you sometime in July or whatever, you know what I mean? So sometimes, if this doesn't resonate now, come back in a few weeks or come back in however long, just come back later and, it might make some sense to you, okay? So let's see what this central energy looks like for Taurus. Okay, thank you, Spirit. I appreciate it. Okay, deception. Someone is wearing a false self-mask in this relationship. This is so crazy because Libra also had the same card. And, Libra, you and Taurus are both ruled by Venus. So what's going on there? What's going on with Venus, right? Anyways, you know what? If you hear crackling, it's my candle. It's getting down to the bottom. So anyways, so Taurus, someone or both of you, there's walls built up. There's a little bit of hiding, not trying to really show, not really trying to show your face here in this relationship. But what I really mean by that is it's where, like, it's someone or the both of you was afraid to be vulnerable. They were like, and if someone was vulnerable with them, there's like the reaction of just like, recoiling a little bit. You know what I mean? Like you like me? What? It's like that. I feel like I get the feeling of someone not really being confident with their own abilities, someone not really understanding their own worth. So so what usually happens here is, and this is just a channeled message, I'm not even gonna lie, but what usually is happening here is where the person who is feeling, not as confident, or, is just, not really being, not really recognizing, what they are worth to the other person. A lot of the times, this is where someone will begin to kind of like, just kind of live their life in the shadows a little bit, and just kind of hide behind a mask and allow people to really only see what they want them to see. And it's not like it's a purposeful thing here. I don't feel like, Taurus, I don't feel like you're purposely lying to anyone about who you are, or I don't feel like anybody is purposely lying to you about who they are. This is just where it's just they have been living under this guise for so long, or you have been living under this guise for so long that it's really hard to it's really hard to remove that, and it's really even hard to kind of remember your real self under that guise, even when someone recognizes who that really is. Oh, wow, Taurus. Let's take a look at some of the shadow aspects of this situation. Okay, one more time. Thank you, Spirit. All right, thank you. So we have emptiness. Okay. Emptiness comes up here in like, you know, kind of like a shadow or an unknown aspect of this particular relationship. And this can mean a couple of different things for different people. I'll try to get as much examples out as I can, but you know, for some of you, there's just this this feeling of, you know, just never really having enough. There is a feeling of it's like I said, it's definitely a how can I say this, like a self-confidence issue. Someone is just not really aware of the type of vessel that they really are. And so and I know it's like cryptic, right, when I say this, but that's just, I feel like this is definitely specific to someone here. We're going to clarify this. Let's go ahead and clarify this. Yeah, I get the feeling that someone isn't like they don't feel like they are like strong enough emotionally or physically. You can almost kind of you could almost kind of see through this person. Excuse me. Whether they're being deceptive on purpose or not, you can really kind of just see right through to their core. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Okay, so the Eight of Swords. And Three of Pentacles. Okay, so this definitely explains a little bit more. So, Taurus, I get the feeling that someone here, whether it was unknowns to you or to them, right? But one of you guys really felt as though like you really didn't want to work on this relationship anymore, but you weren't really sure how to express that thought and feeling. So you kind of just acted like this empty shell of who you really are, to kind of force, I feel like you kind of tried to force the other person's disinterest, or the other person tried to force your disinterest by just becoming this, just like I said, this empty little shell of who they used to be, or who they, you know, wanted to be, or who you thought they should be. To really kind of like force your hand to be like, you know what, like, I don't, you know, it's like to make you kind of feel like, what's that feeling like when you finally get with the person you want and then they're not really all that you want? And then it's like, you don't really know how to end it because that's what you really wanted, you know? Or that's what you thought you wanted. What it sounds like is, yeah, they just weren't strong enough to break up with you. Or someone wasn't strong enough to end the situation with the other. So they resorted to some sort of like, you know, manipulation tactic so that the other party would be the one to do it. All right. Whoa, thank you, Spirit. Okay, so we have fall. All right, so like, you know, like fall, like this season, you know, like autumn. This could be like someone that you met last fall, which would be about 8 months ago from now, right? Because I'm recording this in May. So 8 months here with the Eight of Swords. Maybe like the past 3 months, like you've been kind of feeling like really weird, like maybe things aren't really working as planned, or you've been feeling kind of funny about what's going on here in the relationship. But oh man, yeah, and we got 3 candles here, 3 candles there. So yeah, like definitely, I'd definitely say maybe since last fall, or like maybe the last 8 to 10 months, you know, you've been really dealing with someone that is just, they're just not who they, it's just not who they really said that they would be. This could be an indication though that by, like, if you're in separation right now, like, you know, it's almost going to be the summer. So for some of you, if this is, you know, someone that you're in separation with, you could possibly be back in touch with them by this coming fall or this coming autumn. Or some things might be coming out into the light more about this person. Okay. Let's, you know what? Let's go ahead and clarify that as well. Thank you, Spirit. Ooh, the World. So yeah, so this is definitely where a cycle with this person is like legit, like coming to some sort of end. It's coming to some sort of close. Okay. This also is saying we are in May, so in the next 3 months it will be fall. This could be saying that, you know, you may be just like itching closer and closer and closer to some separation coming this fall as well. So I mean, that could really make a lot of sense too. I mean, it could really, you know, resonate to you guys a couple of different ways here. Of course, being that, you know, this is a very general read. Okay, so however it is pertaining to you, the core fact of the matter is that you're definitely dealing with someone, or someone was dealing with you, where one person felt as though, you know, they just weren't getting the complete version of the person that they fell in love with. And they don't know how to exactly express that. So they pull back and, you know, they kind of make things go a little bit out of whack in hopes that the other person puts an end to the situation. Definitely not a good thing. But let's take a look and take a look at some messages here. Some things that might be floating around, you know, said or unsaid, things that might have been said at the end of this relationship, things that might be going around between the both of you now that you're in separation. Because our hearts can speak telepathically to one another, whether or not we're together or separated. You know, if that energy is still there between you guys, and you're still in each other's mind and heart space, you can definitely still communicate telepathically. There may not be a lot of things being said between one of you guys, and that's okay. But someone feels a certain type of way. Spirit, can you please allow us to see? All right. Well, definitely. That's so funny. There was 2 cards that really flipped up. This one, your beauty still moves me. And then this one that flipped over, I'm a better person because of you. And to be honest with you, I don't really read reversals with that, but it did fly out in reverse. So I will go ahead and see it that way. Now, listen, I feel like someone is still like very much enamored by, you know, or attracted to the person, to the other person. But the thing about it though is they really want to be a better person for you. You know, because of you, like you do inspire them to want to be better, but it's just, I don't really feel like they're really not strong enough, or they're not strong enough to really know how to do that, or they're intimidated by the person that you are, to the point to where it kind of psychs them out from it. And again, it makes them kind of recluse into that shell that, you know, kind of, I don't know, it's kind of catfishy, where it's like, I mean, you know, the person, of course, looks like who they send you in the pictures, right? Like, that's not what I mean. What I mean is like, it's like a personality catfish. Yeah, there we go. It's like a personality catfish, where you got with this person and they were one way and they were perfect, right? Or so you thought. And then later on down the line, it's just like you just realize just how much of an empty shell of the person that they want to be they are. Yeah. So attracted to them, definitely, you know, but are they really willing to make the, you know, the effort to really become like a better individual, or at least become the individual that they pretend to be? Let's take a look at signs from spirit. You know, honestly, like so far, just so far looking at this, like a reconciliation may be possible. I'm not even gonna lie, it may be possible, but I just don't feel like it's likely. It's likely, I don't feel like it's likely gonna happen soon. At least not in June anyway. If it does happen, it'll probably happen in the fall time, or around the time that you guys originally met, because that would be, you know, cohesive with the ending and then the beginning of a new cycle. And it, oh my, okay, Spirit just told me that this person may have to complete a couple of different cycles before they're even ready to even consider reconciling with you, or you may have to complete a few different cycles. And I'm getting the number 3. And so a cycle can be whatever you consider to be a cycle. You know, I'm not going to put any time frame on that. Oh my God, I just shuffled in the under the deck. We had 333. I'm going to take it. That's so crazy, because 3s are just really popping out. So 333, Trinity, mind, body, and soul. You are now in the zone. Express your true, authentic self. Oh my God. And that's really exactly what we have been talking about this whole thing. If somebody is not really being their most authentic self, they're just really being, again, I keep repeating, they're being that shell, right? They're being that shell of who they're trying to be. But it's really just kind of hollow and empty on the inside. And, you know, they may not know how to make this exit from the relationship. You may not know how to make this exit from the relationship. So somebody resorts to, you know, just some sort of, you know, just kind of reclusive behavior, just to kind of like, it's almost as if they're trying to say that they're graciously backing themselves out, but it kind of felt more like a ghosting situation. And it's not even like complete ghosting where they just cold turkey stop contacting you, or vice versa. This is where, like, you know, it just, you know, the calls and FaceTimes went from 20 times a day to just 5 times a day, and then to every other day, to, you know, once or twice a week, you know what I mean, like that. And then eventually, you know, to nothing, to where they don't even like your shit on Instagram no more. But that's neither here or there. Anyways, but no, but that number 3, oh man, that's definitely a sign number for you, Taurus. So if you're seeing 333 like on the clock, or, you know, just anywhere or anything like that, or if you're just seeing the number 3 all over the place, just understand that that's your number that's following you. That is what's helping you to understand and recognize where you're at right now in this particular journey. And also understand that, you know what, this is, you know, if you keep seeing, you know, you keep seeing those 3s and stuff, just also understand that this is where you are needing to you're needing to now express who you are as a real person. So even if you haven't, you know, made this separation yet, Taurus, some of you may be contemplating being the person to do the separating, right? If you're seeing those 3s all over the place, well, then you know what? Now it's really time to really express and be your authentic self and really let this person know exactly who and what you are. Because, I mean, if you look at the card here, I mean, I feel like both people are wearing a mask, or there's actually 3 people in here wearing a mask. Oh, there we go. 3 again. So it's like you probably, both of you, I'm gonna real talk, both of you just probably really don't understand each other on a real deep level. And it's like the both of you kind of just want to back out. So some of you may be experiencing that. Some of you may be saying, okay, well, you know what, I just want to back out of this situation. And of course that will not, you know, that's not going to allow you guys to reconcile anytime soon, because you'll always be in the back of your mind like, yeah, well, we didn't make no connection, you know, whatever. So the card that we have here is appreciate this moment. Each and every situation has an opportunity to grow and find love. And oh my God, it's card number 30 freaking 3. Oh my God. The 3s have it. Taurus. Aren't you guys like, oh no, y'all the second sign of the zodiac. Never mind. But that would have been dope. Like, oh my goodness. Like, so anyways, so appreciate this moment though. Okay. Because this is really just a learning experience. It really is. It's something for you to really just take with you on your mental, something that's going to allow your mind, body, and soul to expand, something that's going to actually give you experience to draw from so that you can be your most true self. Oh man, Taurus. I feel like going through this situation though, with the fall card being there and the world card, I feel like going through this situation though, this is going to maybe set you up for some sort of karmic return, but like in a good way. Okay. As long as you kind of stay out of being the one who maybe like not necessarily trying to manipulate someone, but, you know, if you're not sure that you want to be in this relationship, don't wait for anybody else to end it with you. You know, you go ahead and do it yourself, because that's you expressing your own true authentic feelings and not, you know, making someone else feel uncomfortable to the point to where they're expressing feelings that not necessarily aren't theirs, aren't authentically theirs. Excuse me. Sorry. Wow. Wow, Taurus, the 3s have it. So, you know what? You guys have a great rest of your day. I hope that this reading may have touched someone or may have given someone a specific message. Let me know how it works out for you guys in the comment box below. I really do appreciate y'all's comments, and I thank you so much for y'all's support. If you'd like to book a personal reading, I do invite you to email me at LuminantLibraTarot@gmail.com. All the information about that will be in the description box below. Okay, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. I do appreciate y'all's support and time. Again, Taurus, have yourself a great rest of your day. I'll see you next month. Bye.